Welcome back. This is Rox Revenhart of the Rox Revenhart channel. I just wanted to not do another update video, but just a quick reminder. I filmed like 10 of these videos in a row and they all went bad because I had a fan blasting in the background. It is still hot in here, middle of August. It is what it is. I had to scrap all those videos and start over, so here I am trying round 2 of these 10 or so videos, but let's see what I can do. So this video right now, I wanted to talk about the Onlyfans ban of adult content. I thought that was an interesting story that kind of came out this week, so I kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit. I've always kind of been a little interested in trying to start an OnlyFans. I actually have an OnlyFans, but I started it before it became adult content related website. I just discovered OnlyFans and Patreon at the same time, and they looked about the same kind of idea of building a fan base around content that you release to that fan base specifically, unlike with the YouTube platform. But I never really got my Patreon off the ground. I haven't really put enough effort into that. I write adult erotica stories, which I was trying to release on some platform somewhere. I just didn't know where. Patreon, I guess, the reason I quit doing that is because I kind of discovered they're not into adult content, so I figured they're going to eventually scrap me. And the OnlyFans stuff, if I released adult stories or whatever, erotica, on that platform, I just didn't really feel it was easy for me to release, like, as a platform, text-based reading type stuff. Maybe I'm wrong, I haven't checked it out in forever, but I had an OnlyFans before it was known for what it is known for now. That being said, I think it's kind of crap that they're getting rid of basically the content or the basis of what that whole site is about. You know, I mean, it got built on this empire of this movement of people during a time of COVID where people were being laid off, losing their jobs. So a lot of people who discovered that as a platform for adult content are now kind of screwed, right? So that kind of sucks. But that's not what I wanted to turn this video into, is a rant on them changing the platform, erasing adult content, or shutting down all the people who make adult content or whatever. What I wanted to talk about more or less is alternatives. I mean, there's tons of other sites out there that do the same thing. They're not may not be as popular, but just go out there and make them popular. You know, I've always I like to think bigger. Instead of being the guy who makes adult content, why not be the guy who makes the website that can release the adult content, something like that. So I thought about that. With this situation, it's like now is an opportune time for somebody who sees a need, fill a need, to create a website for this very specific purpose that doesn't have to lose a future fan base at some point, you know? So that's kind of where I was at with that. I think someone should just come along and make a streaming website or whatever kind of website that can be very specific, oriented, without a shadow of a doubt, for that type of content. It probably already exists. If it doesn't, be the one to make it. I don't know. Get buku richer than you ever thought, you know, instead of having to even put yourself out there. As for myself making like video or personal content of myself or whatnot, I don't really see myself doing that in any current future because I'm building up my acting career, so I don't really kind of want that to come back and haunt me as I'm trying to establish a career in, you know, the movie industry, so film industry, whatever. So I was right there, but then I began acting, and once I began acting, it's like, well, I guess I probably shouldn't make that kind of content anytime soon, depending on how the acting thing goes, you know. So I don't know, I find other hustles. You know, I fix cars, I fix sports cars, I make these vans, I you know, DoorDash, that kind of thing. I do a bunch of other hustles, so I don't have to really worry about that so much. But man, the thought had crossed my mind to make my own adult content, you know? So, I don't know, what are your thoughts on this whole thing? Because I've seen it on social media, all my friends and stuff. I've lost a lot of friends that have fought over each other. I've seen the idiots out there that say that sex work isn't real work and hammering on women for getting real jobs and stuff, this kind of stuff. My stance on that is these content creators are making, it is work. I mean, making videos just like this, it is work. I'm sweating, I'm talking, I'm coming up with the ideas, I'm having to edit it, I have to market myself, I have, you know, just like the adult content makers, you got to do all these things, wear many hats, and try to make a buck while doing it. And if you don't, is it really worth doing, you know? So I look at it as a real job. I look at it as real work. It is very hard to build a fan base. Especially in today's world, it seems like the only way to build a fan base is to release adult content. Sex sells kind of thing, you know? So I've contemplated it so many times. So many times. Some of my drawings are sexual, you know, feminine, female, naked stuff, you know? So it's like, I've always kind of looked at it like that, as sex sells, and why fight it? Join it, you know? So I'm not against the idea, and I do believe it's real work. Marketing yourself is hard work, and for people who aren't self-marketing savvy, like myself, I think that's my biggest hang-up. I can make all this creative stuff, but if no one can see it, does it exist, you know? So that's where I stand with that. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is Rocks for Evan Hart. Please like and subscribe. I do have more content coming out tonight. I'm filming and hopefully having some stuff to edit throughout the next week or so and keep this channel going again on a regular basis again. I'm trying. Hit that like and subscribe. That's all I can say. Share if you really like what you're seeing. Because I'm trying to build this channel, and it'd be, like I said, self-marketing is not my thing. I've got no sex that I'm selling, so what am I doing? Speaking of which, I mean, you got the Butcher Babies. They knew it. I went to one of their shows, and they had just little tape over their nipples, and they're rocking with their chest basically fully exposed. I mean, they were using sex to sell their music. I like the band, but the women were great. Music is not exactly my strongest favorite type of music, but the show was good, so hey, I got this as a pretty cool little thing just for being there. So, you know, sex sells. What can you say? Find an alternative way to sell it. If Onlyfans is down, if you build it, they will come, right? That's my thoughts on that.